Life is so fucking beautiful. Sitting here and contemplating my existence in the silence of my own room, with no distractions, no TikTok, no Instagram, none of the external bullshit noises, nothing sapping away my attention from my internal thoughts. This is when I get to see how blessed I truly am. Most men take this shit for granted, you know what I'm saying? Most men don't ever appreciate the nuances. Most men never take time to show their appreciation and gratitude for nature, for everything that God has created. You know, life as a whole, everything you see before you is a fucking masterpiece. This is the greatest piece of art that was ever created. And when you can contemplate this, when you can, you know, think about this with deep gratitude, where you don't just fake it, you don't just show gratitude because some YouTuber told you, but you actually go, you sit down and take time to reflect on everything that's happened around you. So many people don't do this shit, bro. We're all caught up with, you know, the deeper troubles in life, the shit that we have to get done right now. Everything seems to be so urgent, and we never really slow down. We never give ourselves a fucking break. But it's only when we do that we can realize life is fucking beautiful. And not a lot of people say this. I've never really heard anyone say this shit. Life is truly a masterpiece. You know, I don't look at this shit like most people do. I don't dread the fact that I have to wake up every single day, because I look forward to being the most high vibrational, greatest version of myself. To me, becoming the best version of myself has always been a path that has interested me more than anything else. My top priority is focusing on myself, dedicating every single waking minute to the improvements and the development of my internal and also external attributes. You know, I don't just want the external shit. I don't want the houses, the cars, the watches, the designer clothes for the sake of other people seeing that shit. All of the shit that I'm going to get when I'm older or when I'm rich, whatever, the cars, the houses, all of that shit, it's just gonna be a symbol of my hard work and dedication. It's gonna be a symbol of the relentless work that I put in to achieve all of this shit. But to me, what truly matters more than anything else is the internal work. What I do internally to become the greatest version of myself. Awaking my spiritual inner. Having full control over every aspect of my mind. My subconscious, my emotions, everything. This is so much deeper than what you can see before you. You see before you an illusion. You know, life is a fucking illusion. Reality is everything, bro. That means including what you can't see. Just because it's not there, that doesn't mean it doesn't fucking exist, you know? God is there. God is reality. To sit here and say that what you see is the only thing that actually exists, what you see is the only truth, it would be fucking ludicrous, you know? The journey to being a man is so fucking amazing. And at the same time, it's a fucking misery. It's a struggle, it's suffering, it's all of this painful shit that you have to go through. It's all of the adversity, you know, highs and lows. Some days you feel really good, some days you feel really fucking shit. You don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to do the fucking hard work. And that's what makes life beautiful, you know, that's what gives it value. If you were motivated every single day of your life, if you felt like you wanted to do all of the hard shit each and every single day, then there would be no value in doing it. Value comes from not wanting to do something, but still doing it. Because most people refuse to do the fucking hard work. Most people are lazy. Most people are average. Most people don't want this shit as much as they think they do. So if you're that one motherfucker who ignores all of these emotions, these feelings, that little bitch voice in the back of your mind telling you to just stay in bed and not get to training, not do the important work, not become a fucking millionaire. If you listen to those thoughts, you're gonna end up being a bitch. You're gonna end up being the exact version of yourself which you despise, which you supposedly wanna, transform into the best version of yourself. It's really important that, we go deeper than the external, that we focus on the internal aspect. And to me, this is fucking beautiful. Just meditating, taking time away from all of these social medias, not being around my phone constantly, having something sapping away my attention. I don't know the last time when I was without my phone, Like, I can't remember the last time that I didn't have my phone in my hands for a whole fucking day. I was talking to my friend about this the other day, and we were talking about, what if we just got rid of our phones completely? Like, what if we just deleted every single negative thing that doesn't contribute to our goals, that doesn't contribute to the version of ourselves we want to be? What if we just got rid of all of the distractions and we fully locked in? We gave our absolute attention to the shit that we actually want to do. And I thought about that. I contemplated that shit. And yesterday was my first day without, really looking at my phone to scroll on TikTok, Instagram, and all of that shit. And I felt much more peaceful, I felt like I had this deep sense of tranquility. And, there's this feeling you get when you meditate. It's like a Zen feeling. I don't know if you've experienced this before, but after about 30 to 40 minutes of meditating, depending on how experienced you are, there's this feeling of Zen, a feeling of peace, a feeling of inner calmness. And it's not like any other feeling, so I can't really, associate it with any other thing. It's very unique. Just being in that state for a prolonged period of time and ignoring all of the other bullshit distractions, just imagine how beneficial that would be. If we could put ourselves into that state each and every single day for at least an hour, and that isn't even saying much. We spend an hour of our time on our phones each and every single day on useless bullshit. So imagine if we just transmuted all of that useless bullshit into some useful bullshit. We could get so much more done, bro. And it's not just about meditating and shit. Like, the fact that we have these distractions around us, the fact that we have our phones, the fact that we have, our degenerate friends around us, Netflix, TV series, the news, all of this shit is a fucking psyop, bro. They have deliberately they have deliberately made these applications and these news, all of this shit that is around you, so fucking stimulating and enjoyable. It's the only thing that you've ever known. You've never known peace. You've never known tranquility because you have had constant stimulation throughout your whole life. So if we just took a break from that shit and if we really took time to appreciate life for what it is, nature, going outside, getting some fresh air, meditating, journaling, just being with our own thoughts, what I'm saying? We could get so much more shit done. And I'm genuinely speaking from personal experience because I don't want to sound like a fucking preacher or some shit. I have definitely had a lot of experiences where, I could have done a lot more. I could have I could have expressed my potential to my fullest, but instead I decided to be a little bitch. You know, I decided to just scroll on TikTok. I decided to be in a rut period. And all of this shit led me into a negative spiral of doom scrolling, mediocrity, really just a life that I didn't want, you know? And when I decided that I want to get my shit together, when I finally decided, okay, well, I want to do something with my life. I want to actually make something of myself. And that requires a complete 180. So if this is all I've known, if all I've ever known was constant stimulation, constant pleasure, constant, you know, easing my mind with all of this Netflix, all of this bullshit around me, numbing my senses, numbing my critical thinking, then if I was to become the best version of myself, I have to be the complete opposite version, you know? So I have to kind of reverse engineer everything. And instead of doom scrolling on my phone, I have to meditate. Instead of watching TV, I have to go outside into nature. And that's what I'm working on right now, bro. So I wanted to share this shit with you. Hopefully you got something out of this.